Hey, what's up, everybody? It's your boy Hames. Thought I'd put out another video. I know I haven't put out anything in the past few days. And also, guys, your boy's going to be going on a little vacay. I won't be back until next week, Monday, guys. I'm going to take a moment and just kind of, sit down and charge and, relax myself and get myself back on point with everything. A couple of videos that we've talked about before in the past about, never, find a balance in yourself. Don't overwork, overexert yourself. Basically, only be persuaded. It was a old quote that my neighbor said before they passed away, and that quote was, "Don't let yourself be persuaded by anybody else but you." What that means is, whatever you're feeling, however you're feeling, whatever you feel that needs to be done for your life, and it's positive, it's constructive, it's something that's going to elevate or take you to the next level, you need to do it for yourself, no matter what. You're going to have people who may consider themselves as your friends, who may feel like, they want to, tell you guys something different. Guys, I'm just trying to pull this up because I want to finish up real quick. But you have people who will try to suggest to you what they feel is good for your life based off of their perception or based off of what they assume. But the thing that you have to keep in mind with people is that, everybody does not have a full detail of your life. They don't know every single detail about you, no matter how much you may reveal to them, however much you say. A lot of people in your lives are basically individuals, as I say, the person behind the looking glass or the person from the outside looking in. They don't know exactly what it is, truthfully, that you need. And I'm not saying that to be mean to anybody. I'm not saying it to, because there are people, and in all honesty, I do encourage that from our previous videos about communication. Make sure that you do try to help the person that's in your life relate and understand, especially if you trust them, especially if you see that you have something long term with them. Be transparent with them. Try to talk to them, try to communicate. Sometimes people don't understand, and it's, if you really care about that individual and they care about you, make them understand. Make them understand where you're coming from so that they can see what it is that you're feeling. And if, of course, like I said, if you feel like you trust them. If you don't, then hey, it's none of their business. But, only you know what's good for your life. For me, for example, like right now, I'm taking a break from YouTube as far as like streaming goes. Because, guys, a lot of people don't understand what it takes to get into it, to work on it, to work on your craft. It's an art, you know. Basically, people who are on YouTube, I basically consider them as artists. You have to be in a certain frame, a certain mindset, a certain way in order to really perform and do the best that you need to do. And if you don't feel like you're operating at, at the fullest of what you can, why continue to keep putting out, content if you feel like either if you feel like, hey, you're either tired, or you feel like to yourself, maybe, hey, this isn't the best. That goes with anybody. That goes with any kind of careers. Like people who do art, people who do designs. You hear that a lot from different people, as if I don't feel like this was really my best work, or I don't feel like this is it, or I'm tired. I'm always on the road. I'm always doing this. And some people say, well, hey, that's, part of life. You got to do what you got to do. But at the end of the day, I think people sometimes look at things from an unhealthy perspective and not looking at the fact that, hey, we're all human beings. We all have something that we need. We all need times to sit down. We all need to relax. We all need to recharge or do anything and everything, coming back to the point of, don't let yourself be persuaded by anybody else but you. If you feel like something that's resonating in you, you feel like, something in you needs to either take a break, or you need to go do this, you need to work here, you need to be here, you need to do this, you need to do that. Only you can determine that for you. And a lot of people will have opinions. And even sometimes from the best of people that you care about. Now, even then, you may get advice from certain people. And, maybe these are people that you really do trust. And if you trust them and you trust their word and that's something that you want to do, then do it. If you don't, then don't. But one way or another, at the end of the day, you're still going to be faced with the decision of what you do with your life, with the advice that they gave you to what, somebody didn't. So always remember that, only you can determine what's best for you. Another thing I was thinking about even too, like, how people determine what success means to you. You will have naysayers, people say, oh man, what you're doing, as if that ain't enough, or as if, shoot, there's people who got way more than what you got going on. What you talking about? or vice versa or anything. And maybe you guys experience that either on YouTube, maybe you guys experience that at work, school, you know, anything. You know, only you can determine your success. Only you can determine how you feel, and you want to make sure that you feel like to yourself that, hey, what I'm doing is fine. Hey, where I'm at in my life, I'm okay. Hey, what I'm doing is actually, you know, is good, is positive, is for me. Don't let people on the outside in try to determine to you what it is that is successful, what it is that's good for you or not. Because if you do, or if you let only, like I said, certain people, your confidants, people that you trust, those are people that you can either seek suggestion from, or at least take it in enough just to decide what you do. And ultimately, like I said, if you still choose to do what it is that you want to do, then do it. But to let everybody sit here and take control of your life, it's only going to take you on a spin, you know, on a tornado to a road of nowhere, because you're basically being carried by what everybody feels, what everybody thinks, what everybody, you know, decides for you of what they think is the best version of you, what they feel is successful for you. Sometimes people want to see you happy, not so much because of just simply your genuine happiness, but for what their vision is of your happiness. So that's something you always got to keep in mind. You know, everybody that sees you happy, you know, if they, like, for example, if they see you get married or something and they don't have nothing to say, hey, well, congratulations, you know, hey, you're good. Or they see you at a job, hey, congratulations, you're doing good, or whatever. But if you have people who are either trying to push, like, well, oh, maybe you need to be with this person, maybe you need to do that, maybe you need to be here. I think it's nothing wrong with sometimes having healthy suggestions from your confidants, but just either random friends or just everyday people that you bump into and that give people that kind of access and that kind of control over your life is detrimental to you, because then it's like you're not really being you. I don't know if you guys remember the old tobacco commercial, and you know, one person suggesting this dude to get tattoos, and then it wasn't until towards the end that this dude was bald, and he had to walk away from everything because he was already stripped of everything that made him him. So, you know, based on a nutshell, guys, you know, only you can determine what is right for you. Only you can determine what is best for your life. And when you're maybe in the past, you're used to a lot of people telling you what to do. You're used to a lot of people giving you suggestions. Sometimes stepping away from that may be a bit of a discomfort because this is something new to you. But the more you do it, the more you try to determine for yourself, the more you try to figure out things for yourself, the better off you'll be in the long run. And like I said before, full disclosure, there's nothing wrong with getting opinions from people, especially, like I said, if they're considered to you a confidant, meaning they're people that you trust. They give you sound advice. They listen to you. And, you know, the advice that they're giving is not over opinionated, you know, or biased. Then, yeah, those are people that you can try to talk to, because at the end of the day, they're not going to put you in a position where it's like, I don't know, but he said or she said. You know, try to find people that are like that. But even, you know, after that, you know, at the end of the day, you'll still have to make a decision or come to a decision for yourself. So just make sure, guys, that you determine what's best for you. And only you can determine what's best for you. So make sure, guys, you get into a practice of doing what is best for you, doing what feels good to you, what feels positive for you. Real people, real friends will stay and support you. People who are negative, people who have something to say, or people who are there either as a comrade or a constituent, meaning they're only there for what they can gain, and they say there's nothing to gain, they will leave, and you'll know that these are fake people and these are people that you don't need in your life. But yeah, guys, just a little something, because I was just thinking about, like I said, I was taking vacation, and I do have a lot of people who are positive, who want to push me and want to keep me doing, but like, it's something that I wanted to pass on to a lot of people, and something that I used to struggle with in the past, and still some, and to this day, still struggle with. But I know it's a lot of people that go through it too, and only you can determine what's beneficial to you. Only you can determine what's right for you. Only you can decide if you're, quote unquote, your success, if you're being successful. You know, nobody else can do that for you. Nobody else will ever be able to do that for you. You know, they're simply just opinions. But with that being said, everybody, I love you. Stay tuned for more content coming guys' way soon. Everybody out there, peace.